Good morning, children. We are on to the next lecture on organic chemistry, and in today's session, we will be talking about isomerism. And so far, children, we have completed the nomenclature, all the rules, and please do watch the previous videos if you have not done it. Okay, so what is isomerism? Let's see. We define isomerism as two or more compounds having same molecular formula but different physical and chemical properties, right? But different, you can add here different. Two or more compounds having same molecular formula. Molecular formula will be same, but they will have different physical and chemical properties. Those compounds are called as isomers and the phenomena is called as isomerism. Okay, now when they are having same molecular formula, you must be thinking how the physical and chemical properties are different. They can be different because in their formula something is different. Now what exactly is different? On that basis, isomerism first we'll classify into two. Number one is structural isomerism. Next is stereoisomerism. Now what is structural isomerism? Compounds having same molecular formula but different structural formula. That means their structural formula is different. Now when we are taking their examples, no, this will be further clear ki what is different in the structural formula. Right? Molecular formula is same. Molecular formula is what is the exact number of the atoms present in that particular molecule. That is same. But the structure, the way of writing is different. Now what is different in the structural formula? On that basis, structural isomerism can be further classified. The second type is molecular formula is same. Compounds having same molecular formula, same structural formula, but differing in the arrangement of atoms or groups in the space. Means they have same molecular formula, same structural formula, but they differ in the arrangement in the space. That is stereoisomerism. But in today's video, we will be only talking about structural isomerism, and stereo I'll be taking in my next video. Now I am talking about various types of structural isomerism. Now on what is different in them? On that basis, let me give you the names first. It can be classified into chain isomerism. It can be classified as position isomerism or positional. It is one and the same thing. Functional isomerism. Each type we will be talking about. Then you have metamerism. And one more you have is tautomerism. Tautomerism. So these 5 types we will be talking about in today's video. Okay. Chain isomerism. As the name itself says, chain will be different. Each type we are taking just now. Position, functional, metamerism, tautomerism. Okay. Now we will take one by one each category. Now what is chain isomerism? Compounds having same molecular formula, but these differ in the compounds which differ in the length of carbon chain. The length of the carbon chain is different in them. Molecular formula is same. Yes, and what is different in the structural formula? The length of the carbon chain is different. Now to exhibit, for a compound to exhibit chain isomerism, at least 4 carbon atoms are required. Because for 3 carbon atom, you cannot have a different length of the chain. So at least 4 carbon atoms are definitely required for a compound to exhibit chain isomerism. And all can exhibit, whether they have the functional group, because the length has to be different, that's it. Let me take example and explain it to you. Suppose I write with 4 carbon atom. 4 carbon atom, I am writing a straight chain. If I complete the valencies, it is H3, H2, H2 and H3. If I write the complete molecular formula, children, it is C4H10. It is alkane, CnH2n plus 2. This is 4 carbon atom length I have given. If you name this, the first one, the name of this compound is N-butane, right? N stands for the straight chain and but for 4 carbon atom single bond chain. N-butane is the name for it. Otherwise, if I am writing the IUPAC name, N is not written, just we will be writing butane. I may also write this as 3 carbon atom length and put 1 carbon atom as a branch. So I can complete this as H, H3 and H3. Just mind it, the carbon atoms which are at the end will have H3, which are in between 2 carbon atoms will be H2, which are in between 3 carbon atom will be H, because basically you have to keep in mind that carbon atom is tetravalent. Now, what is the name for this particular compound? If you see, 1, 2, 3, 3 carbon atom, word root is prop. So on 2 position there is methyl. So the name is 2-methyl propene. And if you check the molecular formula for both is this. This is the molecular formula for both. Right? So you can just try this out on your own. If I take the next one, C5H12. This is 5 carbon atom alkane. Let us see how many structural isomers, that is chain isomers, will be possible for it. I will just write this carbon skeleton and represent. I think you can complete it on your own. This is 1. Then you can have 4 carbon atom and 1 as a branch. Don't think this branch, if I put here, it is different. Only the difference is, if I write from the left hand side, that means if I write this here, only thing is I'll number from here. So it is not a different thing. So this you will not consider as a separate isomer of it. Right. Let us take one more example where I will reduce the length to be 3 carbon atom. I will put 2 branches. And please do not think if 1 carbon atom here, if I write like this, it is a chain. No. The chain cannot be, at the end. Right. Chain has to be somewhere in the center. So if you see their names, this is the straight chain, pentane. This, if you number from right hand side, it has to be numbered from right hand side. 2-methyl butane. This is the next one. This is 2 position. There are 2 methyl. So 2-dimethyl 2-dimethyl propane. Right. If you complete the valency like this, H3, H2, 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 H3, it is C5H12. Right. Else if you want, you can give the common names also to these. This one is normal pentane, the first one, N-pentane, right? And the second one is isopentane. This iso means one branch it is having, isopentane. This is a common name, so don't think it is pent. This is neopentane, the last one, neo. Neo means, on the same carbon atom there are 2 branches. That is a neo structure. Clear till here, right? Now, position isomerism. What is a position isomer? These are those compounds which have the same molecular formula. They have different structural formula. But what is different in the structural formula? The position. Position of what? Position of alkyl radicals can be different. Position of functional group also can be different. Maybe, functional group. Functional group is different, or it can be a position of a double bond or a position of a triple bond. These all can be different. Okay, now let's take examples. Suppose now I write down. Now again, you cannot have with 4 carbon atom. At least 5 will be required for this, right? Say lengthwise 5, otherwise to 6. Because if I take one branch here and another side, if I change the position, it will not be the isomer. So 5 length I will have to take, 1 branch I will take here. Another isomer, if I write, I will draw 5 carbon atoms and this side. Did you follow why? If I was writing, only 4 carbon atom length, so 1 branch here. If I change the position from left hand side, that is not a position isomer, because the name is not getting affected. Now, if these two you check, the name is definitely affected. Why? Because if you name this first one, it is 2-methyl pentane. From this side you are going to number 2-methyl pentane. This one, left or right, the position of the alkyl radical is same. This is 3-methyl pentane. Right. So their position of the alkyl radical is different. You can have the position of the functional group also different. Suppose I write like this. For this 3 carbon atom will do. Because these things you don't have to learn by heart ki 3 will be doing or 4. You can, when you're writing the structures on your own, you can make out. Right. So now you can see this is OH here. This is H3. This is H and this is H3. If you take the name for the first one, it is propane 1-all. This is propane 2-all. Propane 1-all, because numbering will be from right hand side. The word root is prop. All single bonds ane. All is the functional group present at one position. In the second one, it is at two position. If you combine the carbon atoms, and hydrogen atoms and oxygen, you will find that the molecular formula for both is same. They are having 3 carbon atoms, hydrogen atoms 3 and 4, 4 and 4, 8 you have, and then you have O. Okay, so both are having C3, 3 carbon atoms are there, and hydrogen 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is oxygen, right? 8 and 1 oxygen. So molecular formula is same for both, but what is different? The position of the functional group is different. Likewise, you can have the position of the multiple bond also different. If I write down the example here itself I will write and explain it to you, right? You can check here. See, if I write the double bond here, I may write down the double bond in the center. Right, so they are also position isomers. The first one's name is but 1-ene. This is but 2-ene. Got it? The numbering part and how you are naming it, that part we have done already, but the position of the double bond is different. In the same example, I could have taken the position of the triple bond. This you write down first. Okay, then I may write down this as a triple bond. So it is but 1-ene, but 2-ene. Then also they are position isomers. So under structural isomerism, which category it is? So far we have discussed chain isomerism and second one position isomerism. Now we will take some more examples of some more types of, in fact, structural isomerism. Next type we are taking is functional isomerism. Now as the name itself says, it is that type of isomerism in which the two isomers differ in the functional group present in it. So it is a type of a structural isomerism which are having the same molecular formula but a different structural formula. What is different in the structural formula? The functional group is different. And there are certain pairs of the compounds, certain pairs of the functional group which will be exhibiting functional isomerism. Okay, so the definition you can write down on your own, that these are those compounds which differ in the functional group. They have the same molecular formula but different structural formula. And in the structural formula, what is different? The functional group is different. Like you'll have certain pairs. Aldehydes, number 1, aldehydes will always exhibit functional isomerism with ketone. We'll be taking their examples, right? The next is alcohol. Alcohol will always exhibit with ether. Okay, now next I will write down the fill-ups here, examples I'll be writing. Let me write all the categories first. Acid, carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid with ester. This will be a functional isomerism. Okay, then you can have alkyne with alkadiene. Alkadiene. You remember that word root? If the same thing is appearing, same double bond is coming more than once, the word root is written. A is added to the word root. Okay. Though apart from this, cyanides, isocyanides, and 1, 2, 3 degree amines, they also can be considered as functional isomerism. Okay, let me discuss these 4 categories first. Okay. Now, aldehydes and ketone. Now, ketone, we know at least, 3 carbon atoms are must for a ketone. So, aldehyde also we should be taking for 3 carbon atom, not with 2. Though you have aldehyde with 1 carbon atom also, but that cannot exhibit functional isomerism. So, I will write the example of the 3 carbon atom aldehyde, that is this, and if I write ketone, it is CH3COCH3. It is propaneol. This is acetone or propanone. If I combine together and write down its molecular formula, children, it is, 3 carbon atoms are there. So C3, H, how many are there? 6 and O. This is one example, children, we have taken for aldehyde and ketone. You can take one more example of aldehyde and ketone. Of course, now next 4 carbon atom we have tried. We cannot take with 2. CH3, CH2, CHO. With 4 carbon atom we have taken. We can take a ketone with 4 carbon atom like this. And you might be thinking that why I wrote 3 carbon atom. If you are writing like this, that is this one you put it as a branch, then also it is fine. But that will not be a different type of functional. This is also aldehyde, this is also aldehyde. I'm sorry, these two are aldehydes only. These two are exhibiting with this particular ketone. Though, if they are asking you how many types of the isomers are there, then you may include this. In this, the length of the carbon chain is different. You can consider these two as chain isomer. Right? Because the length is 4, length is 3. If I am combining all the carbon atoms, if I am writing the molecular formula, I will have 4, C4. H how many are having? 6 into 8, and then you have O. Even this one has same. C4, H6, 6, 7, 8. 8 O. Even this one. So if they are asking you functional isomer of this butane 2-on, you can write down this as well as this. They will be considered as functional only. But if I write one more different types of isomers, then you may also write down this one, because these two with respect to each other will be chain isomer. The length is different, but otherwise they are isomers. So if I am writing the name for the first one, it is butanal. 4 carbon atom length but, single bonds ane, al. What about this? Numbering will be from left hand side, keeping in mind the position of the ketone. Butane 2-on. If I am writing this one, numbering will be from right hand side so as to give preference to the functional group. 2 position methyl. Prefix is methyl. 2-methyl propanal. Right? Now, let's take example for alcohol and ether. Alcohol. Again, you cannot have with 1 carbon atom because ether ROR. At least 2 alkyl radicals are must for a ether. So, let me write with 2 carbon atom alcohol, ethyl alcohol. For this ether, if I am writing CH3O, CH3. Right? If I am combining them together and writing their, molecular formula, you will be having C2 and you have H6O. Right? Now, let us take one more example of alcohol and ether. That is with 3 carbon atoms, CH3, CH2, CH2OH. If I write its isomer, it will be CH3, CH2O, CH3. Though, if I am writing, I may also write this as, OH here. But recently we have discussed these two with respect to each other will be position isomer. If I am talking about write the functional isomer of this, you will write on this and this one. And this also can be written. These with respect to each other are also functional isomers. Okay. So let us combine carbon atoms. How many? 3. You have 6, 7, 8 you have, and then O. Okay. So these are functional isomer. Now sometimes you have a question in the paper like, I just give you C3H6O. Write down all possible isomers of it. So to identify whether it is aldehyde, ketone or alcohol, ether, you just make a note of this ratio of carbon hydrogen with oxygen if it is there. If hydrogen is double the number of carbon, if hydrogen is double the number of the carbon, then children it is aldehyde and ketone. If you find hydrogen is 2 more than the double, C2H6, double of 2 is 4 and 2 more it is having, then it will be alcohol ether. Same way here you see C3H8O. Had it been C3H6, it was aldehyde ketone. If it is C3H8, it will be alcohol ether. Got it till here? Now, next type of the functional isomer we are considering, that is, acid and ester. Acid means carboxylic acid we are talking about. Say we write down CH3COOH, acetic acid, ethanoic acid. If I write its ester, let me write like this, CH3COOCH3. So this is methyl group attached to O. So this is methyl. And this side also meth. So the name of this is methanoate. Methanoate. It is O A-T-E, right? And the first one is acetic acid, or if we are writing the name, it will be ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid. Clear? Huh? So now if this is clear, you can go on writing with for more number of carbon atom. Like if you take one more example of this acid and ester, say CH3, CH2, COOH, propanoic acid. I may write, its ester as CH3, COOCH3, methyl ethanoate. This is propanoic acid. Clear? Now, let's take another example of alkyne and alkadiene. They are also functional isomers. One is having alkyne triple bond, another one is having two double bonds. Let me take example of this CH2 double bond CH, CH double bond CH2. What is the name of this, children? Bute. Double bond is present twice. So buta. Buta 1, 3 diene. 1 and 3 position there is a double bond present. So butadiene. I may write this also as putting triple bond anywhere you feel like, corners or terminals or somewhere in the center. If you see, the molecular formula of this is the same. It is having C4, 4 carbon atoms. How many hydrogens are there? H6. Even this one is having H6. Right? So if you can see, the molecular formula is same in them, but the structural formula is different. And in the structural formula, one is having a triple bond and another one is having a two double bonds. Right? Metamerism. Now, metamerism is exhibited by those compounds which are having two alkyl group attached to the main functional group. Like if I write ROR, ether, okay, RCOR, or it can be even amines. If you are having amines, you are having say RNH2, or you are having R2NH, or you are having R3N. Likewise, so these three with respect to each other will be, metamers, or it it can be even ester. It can be even ester. You have RCOOR. Okay, where two alkyl groups are attached to the main functional group. They will be considered as metamers. Now quickly you can have a look at the examples. This example I have written for ether. Ethyl attached to O, or methyl propyl attached to ether. So these two are considered as metamers, right? Take this one, CO, ketone, 1 carbon atom and 3 carbon atom, or 2 and 2. Means to the main functional group, the radicals which are attached are different. Accordingly, of course, the nomenclature will be different. This is ester. Methyl attached and then 3 carbon atom, or ethyl and this side 2 carbon atom. If you combine, the molecular formula for both is same, but the way you are writing is different. These are 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree amines. If you combine the number of the carbon atoms and the hydrogen atom or nitrogen, it is same. 3 carbon atom with NH2, or you have with NH 2 and 1 carbon atom, or with N 1 1 1. Okay, so you can just combine the molecular number of the carbon atoms and write the molecular formula and see. So if you see the molecular formulas I have written for you, C4H10O. Though this one you can write, instead of writing like this, you may have one more isomer of it as a branch of, this is 3 carbon atom. No, I can attach to the center carbon atom also. Then also it is the isomer. But they will not, that is also a metamer. You are having propyl radical attached to O, or you have isopropyl attached. This is the molecular formula of this ketone. This is the molecular formula of the ester. This is the molecular formula of amine. And the last type of the structural isomerism is tautomerism. Tautomerism. Now, what is tautomerism? Now, it's a special kind of, the functional isomerism, which involves the migration of hydrogen atom from one polyvalent atom to another. Within the same molecule, there is arrangement. You may not understand like this if I just explain. Let me take particular examples and explain the tautomerism. One category I am taking as, say, HCN, or I may write this as H and then N, C. We have done cyanide and isocyanide, right? So this is also a tautomerism. Now what has happened here? This hydrogen atom from here, can migrate this side. When it migrates this side means this hydrogen is now attached to the carbon atom, the nitrogen atom. So I may write down like this. So where the hydrogen is migrating from, where it is from one polyvalent atom, it is migrating to the another polyvalent atom within the same molecule. And in the first example which I have considered, hydrogen has migrated from one polyvalent atom to just the next one. This type of the system is called as a diode system. It is diode system. When the hydrogen is getting migrated from one polyvalent atom to the next one, just the adjacent one. Right? Now instead of hydrogen, sometimes even alkyl group can migrate. Instead of this H, I could have written R. Right? So this is one category. Though we have, the next type in our syllabus, that is a triode system. Now what is a triode system? As the name itself says, the hydrogen atom will migrate not to just the next one, the third one. Say if I consider this as the main where the hydrogen is attached, this is numbering as a one polyvalent atom. To the second polyvalent atom only if it is going, it is triode. If it is going to the third polyvalent, then it will be called as a triode system. Okay, now let me take example. Say if I write CH2 double bond CHOH. Now what is this? If you name it, it is vinyl alcohol. This radical is vinyl, CH2 double bond CH. This is vinyl alcohol. If I am giving IUPAC name, I will give this as ethenol. If I am writing its IUPAC name, eth is the word root, en because of there is a double bond, and all is there at one position. Right? So the name is either ethenol, or we may also call this as vinyl alcohol. Now what is vinyl? You must be wondering. Vinyl is CH2 double bond CH radical. This is called as vinyl radical. Right? Now what has happened here? This is the hydrogen atom which is going to migrate. On O it is attached. This is one polyvalent atom from here. If I start numbering these polyvalent atoms as 1, 2, 3. From one polyvalent atom, hydrogen migrates to the third polyvalent atom. When this goes here, this will have now H3. Means there is excess of the bond here. Now when there is excess of bond means this bond will shift in between two, carbon and oxygen. Because this has gone here, along with this bond it has gone. When it goes along with the bond, there is a deficiency created, so the double bond will shift. So internal, migration occurs between them, and the another formula which now becomes is this CH3CHO. This is nothing but acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde. Now, this is having a double bond and all group, alcohol group. So this is said to be enol structure. What is it called as? It is called as enol. And this is having the carbonyl group, the CO group. This is said to be the keto structure. Okay, that is a later part in competitions. You are going to study about this, enol and keto isomerism. We may consider that sometimes later in the questions. Okay, keto isomerism and enol. So this is also called as enol isomerism. The other name for tautomerism is also enol isomerism. Right. So now let us take one more example of keto enol isomerism. Say this one. Okay. So let us number these atoms as one polyvalent atom, second polyvalent atom, the third polyvalent atom. Where there is a double bond, that side the hydrogen starts migrating. Where there is a double bond, why not this side? It will go this side only because this is more electronegative. This is trying to pull this H towards itself. So this is one polyvalent atom. From here it goes to the third polyvalent atom. When it goes here, the double bond will shift here, and you will have the next structure, that is CH3C double bond O, and the other thing remains the same. This is the keto form, this is enol form. Okay. and normally you have the keto form more stable. Okay, now in both the examples which we have considered, the keto form is more stable. So if the percentage wise you consider, this amount formed will be more, nearly 90 plus, and here in the first one nearly 100 plus. I mean 90 plus means nearly 100% is this. So vinyl alcohol is considered to be very very unstable, right? So this is more stable. So it is said that vinyl alcohol gets it rearranges itself to form acetaldehyde. The same way, the lower example, if we are considering, this is more stable. There are certain reasons for why keto form is more stable, and in some examples you may have enol form also stable. But for that factors and all we will be discussing in the next video. But as of now we have considered what is tautomerism and various other types of the structural isomerism. In my next video, children, I'll be talking about stereoisomerism. Okay, I hope you have followed this much. Thanks for watching.